Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica. Today I am going to be talking about my makeup inventory. I was watching a couple of these videos. One I want to point out is Becky loves Kanga. She did a makeup inventory and her approach to things I really like, and I've been watching her videos and I just love her. Her personality is just beyond. I love it. Just wanted to give that shout out before we get started, and I definitely want to tell you guys my opinions on how I'm thinking about my makeup and my mindset. I started a Project Pan and Project Polish, which I have some videos and I'll link down below, but I started those because I love makeup and I love makeup that I've purchased. And I want to make more purchases. However, I can't justify making more purchases until my numbers and the amount of makeup I have goes down a little bit more. Okay, so my first numbers that I have is a doozy, not a woozy. What? The first number I have is for my polishes, my nail polishes, and these are not including like top coats or bases because I pretty much have one or two of them and I go through them pretty quickly. And I have 68 nail polishes, and yeah, that's why I started my Project Polish. There are just way too many. Ideally, I would love to bring it down to 20 nail polishes. Even that I think is a lot, but that's enough for me to keep things more exciting. So my next category is mascara. I like to have two mascaras open, and I usually will do, one coat of one mascara and then another coat of a different mascara. Currently I have 3 mascaras, only 2 of them are open. I'm okay with that number, and honestly I'm good with having 3 to 4 mascaras. The next category I have are primers. So right now I have 4 primers. I do count like travel size or deluxe size primers, however I don't count little like packages, like little sample, like mini ones that don't have proper packaging on them where you just like tear it open and use it before it dries up. But yeah, I have 4 primers right now, and I would like to keep it down to 2, so I have some using up to do. Okay, powders. I have 3 powders right now, and ideally I would like 2 powders. Usually I always like to have one that's open and one that's back up. That's what you'll find for a majority of my categories. Okay, face palettes. Face palettes I'm counting as palettes that have 2 different types of products in it, at least. So like I have, a contour palette, but it has bronzer, contour, and highlight in it. So that's considered to me a face palette. And right now I have 8 face palettes. That's way too many. I think I should definitely have 2, maybe 2. Usually I don't know, I kind of want to get away from them in general, but I'm giving myself 2 just to like, because I do get BoxyCharm and, they do work and I like them, but... Okay, the next category I have are foundations. Right now I currently have 3. Ideally I would like to have 2. I know one of them right now are my Cover FX custom cover drops. They're like a light color to lighten that stuff up. So that's why I have 3. And I'm okay with it because I use them to like manipulate, the foundations that I do have. But yeah, ideally I would like just 2, one that I use and one for backup. Brow products. Now this is brow powders, brow pencils, brow gel, mascara, whatever, like brow mascara. Right now I have 6, and ideally I would like 3, because what I do is I pencil my eyebrows and then I just like pencil the outline, and then I like to powder them in a little bit, and then I do, my brow routine is extensive, and then I do brow gel to keep it in place. So yeah, that's way too many things for like one little part of my face, but that's what I have. So yeah, I would ideally like 3 versus 6. Okay, bronzers. I have 7 bronzers. I would like 2. Not much more to say there. I don't think it's a bad number, but I would like to get it down. Blushes, I have 8 blushes, and I would like 3. 8, this is going to be one that's going to be really tricky for me because blushes are really hard to get through, and I don't want to declutter things because everything that I have in my collection I like. If I don't like it, I don't keep it. And then highlights, I have 8 highlights, and I would like 2, maybe 3. I'm gonna change that number and do 3. Yeah, because I don't mind doing like a liquid highlight and then a powder highlight. And now I have like a little bit of options, but yeah, I have 8, too many, personally. Glosses, I have 11. Considering someone who really doesn't love gloss that much, I would like 2. Glosses just seems to be one of those things that I get in either BoxyCharms or deluxe samples or like just samples in general. I don't know. They just hand them out left and right. I don't think I've ever purchased a gloss. Eye primers. I have 4 eye primers. I would like to have 2. One is my eye base that I'm using for my project pan, trying to use up, and then I have another one open as well, and then my other 2 are Lorac ones that came with palettes. So yeah, then they're not open, they're just in backup. Okay, the next category are pigments. I have 24 pigments. I don't know how I've accumulated that many, but I have. Ideally, I don't want any. I like them, they're pretty, but they're a pain in the butt to use. They get really messy and dirty, there's fallout. I don't know, I like them and I like using them, or I like the effect that they have. I don't love using them, so 0 would be great. I don't know how I'm going to do it unless I declutter. There's no way I'm going to be able to get through 24, like use up 24 pigments. But I mean, that 0 number is just a reminder for me not to purchase any pigments. Single eyeshadows, I have 27, and I would like 0 on that as well. And the reason for my like strict number is because recently I have really fallen in love with eyeshadow palettes. That's just like my thing. I've like the pre-made eyeshadow palettes. I just love them so much. I've really fallen in love with them. I used to not like them. I used to think, you know, why buy a whole palette of eyeshadows that you might not ever use? But back then I wasn't adventurous with my makeup. I literally did the same look every single day until I had no more of that particular shadow or that particular item, and then I bought a new one and had the same look. Yeah, so I would just like to get through them. And that includes like I have a little Z palette of like deep potted shadows. I'm counting those as single shadows because it's an eye palette like in my little collection, but it's not like a set eye palette. They're just like deep potted shadows that I need to use up. Okay, eyeliners. I have 12 eyeliners, and that is way too many for me. I know I have a few colors. I have that many because I get samples and deluxe samples, and then on top of that, they throw them in a BoxyCharm, it feels like, every 3 months. So yeah, I would like to have 3, that way I have, you know, a black, brown, and then a colored one, or a white one, or whatever. Okay, setting sprays. I have 2, I would like 2. Because I like to have one that I'm using and one for backup, so I'm good there. Concealers as well. I would like 2, and I have 2. Usually I like to have one for my blemishes and then one for brightening. Lip primers, I put this in as its own category. I only have 1 lip primer. I feel like I only need 1 lip primer, just because I didn't know where else to put it. And I did want to count it because, I don't know, I just wanted to count it. Lip liners, I have 17. I would like 7. Again, they throw them in BoxyCharms all the time, and for a while there I didn't have like any lip primer or lip liners, so I went on a buying spree of it and I bought way too many. 7 is just like a random number I threw out because I figured, you know, that's enough color range to like go with any lipstick I might want. Okay, eye palettes. Let me tell you real quick, eye palettes, I am counting eye palettes as duos, trios, and quads, as well as the big ones. So that's why there's so many, because you do get like the duos and trios and gifts with purchases, and I've gotten some in like Ipsy bags when I used to get Ipsy, and yeah, I've just accumulated a bunch of them. So I have 35 eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, that's a lot. have the number 5 next to that, but I don't know if I could ever get down to that much, only because I love my eyeshadow palette collection. It's my favorite part of my collection, and it's my favorite part of doing makeup are the eyeshadows and looks that I get to create. I don't know if I'll ever get there, just because I feel like if I get down to, you know, like 30, I'll go and purchase another palette. Just because I love it so much, and that is like what's pushing me to do Project Pan and pan that palette, is because there's so many great new eyeshadow palettes that are launching, and companies are really like seeing that that is a popular item, and they're just launching so many, and I want to purchase all these that are coming out. They look so good, but I just can't justify it. So I said 5. That's not a realistic number for me. I don't know. The next one are lipsticks, and this I have a separate category for liquid lipsticks. This is just like bullet type lipsticks. Also any like chubby sticks or anything like that. I have 41 lipsticks. That is way too many for me. I like lipsticks. I hardly get through them. I am pushing myself so much to try and get through just the 5 that I have for my Project Pan, and it's really hard for me. I love lip products. I think they look great. I love putting them on and everything, but like I just don't get through them that quickly. So I'm gonna say 10. A couple of the lipsticks too are like mini size or sample size, but I counted that as a full lipstick because it's, you know, a bullet size lipstick. It's in my collection. So, and then I have liquid lipsticks. I have 15. Again, BoxyCharm has been sending ColourPop liquid lipsticks, like, and any other, like, you know, company as well. Like, almost every other BoxyCharm has come with a liquid lipstick. And because of that, my mom doesn't like liquid lipsticks, and she also gets BoxyCharm, so she passes her liquid lipstick along to me if I don't have like the same color, obviously. So I've been accumulating quite a few of those. I don't mind them. They're not ideal. I don't like how drying they are, but it's not bad. Ideally, 5 would be okay, I think. 5 would be a good number. Okay, everyone, that is my makeup inventory. As you can tell, I have a lot of some, not so much of others. Like some of them I'm like right, you know, where I need to be, but my weaknesses are definitely the eyeshadows and the lipstick. Yeah, that is it for this video. I do have a few questions for you guys. I had one request to do a get ready with me. I guess this isn't a question, but I definitely want to do it. I just have to muster up the courage to do it. I'm very nervous and very timid to do it, only because I'm not a makeup artist. I just barely know how to do it on myself, and even then sometimes it looks a little wonky. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing it. I just have to, you know, muster up the courage to do it. To film one, I really want to. It's definitely like something that I want to have in the future on my channel. I just don't know how soon I will be willing to do it, but hopefully it's coming. Also, I have a couple questions as far as future videos. I am thinking about doing a MAC lip swatch with my MAC lipsticks that I have. I have like a little mini collection, and then same with ColourPop lip swatches as well. I just don't know if that's something you guys would want. There are so many lip swatches out there on all these different things, but sometimes it's helpful to see it on different skin tones and different lighting. People sometimes, you know, lighting and everything like that affects everything. I also have one more question. If you guys would like to see a eyeshadow palette collection, please let me know. It's something that is something I am very timid about as well, about doing, because I like watching them. However, I know that some people do get offended because people think that there's like a showing off mentality. And personally, like obviously if I do it, I'll say a disclaimer at the beginning. But personally, I'm not trying to show off. I'm nosy, so I like seeing what everyone else has. But yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for the continual conversation and likes and subscribes and comments and your time. Thank you for your time for watching this. And that's all. Have a good day. Bye, guys.